started doing Encore Pass, and for obvious reason, someone at Encore decided to say, hey, maybe we should not call it Encore Pass because it's kind of an Encore temple. But we say, hey, that's the Kingdom of Wonder. Let's try to do something more open, and let's try to create Wonderpass as a company. And in 2021, 2022, I remember fighting, and Andrew from Miami will be not happy, but we fight about the fact that people will pay $7 to see Vanda. People say nobody will pay $7 to see Vanda. And if you look at today, we sell tickets at $100 or whatever it is, or $30 or $25, but that was this expectation. Nobody will pay for tickets.
So you got like many work to do.
Yeah.
So have you ever feel like stressed out or burn out sometimes?
Always. I'm born like this. but
So how do you control it?
I don't control. I gain weight. I drink too much. I smoke cigars. But the thing is, it looks very bizarre to say, but I will say one thing. For me, I'm 47. I'm a man. I'm a father. I'm a husband. My job is not to be happy.
I can see.
I know it's weird, but my job is not to be happy. My job is to make sure my wife, my kids, my people, my staff, the people I love are happy. It's a different thing, man. But you need to know why. And if the why is not enough to be stressed, just do something else.
Basom គ្រប់ជំរាបសួរបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាសូមស្វាគមន៍មកកាន់ podcast episode ថ្មីរបស់ Live Studio របស់យើងដែលថ្ងៃនេះយើងនឹងជួបជាមួយនឹងភ្ញៀវកិត្តិយសពិសេសខ្លាំងតែម្ដងយើងនឹងជួបជាមួយនឹងលោកដែលគាត់ជា Chairman សម្រាប់ Wonderpass Technology ចង់នឹងថាថ្ងៃនេះយើងនឹងធ្វើការពិភាក្សាគ្នាតាក់ទងជាមួយនឹងប្រធានបទអ្វីនោះចឹងឥឡូវយើងទៅជួបជាមួយនឹងគាត់ទាំងអស់គ្នា First of all, I would like to...
Nice to meet you.
Yes, it's a very pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure is mine.
Yeah, so as we follow about our podcast layout, so we would ask you to introduce yourself to our audience first.
Okay, so yes. I'm Frédéric Proulx, chairman of Wonderpass, but also managing director of ASTAC. ASTAC is a family office that invests in some fintech and agri-tech ventures in Canada, in Singapore, Dubai, and here. Mostly, we're active in Southeast Asia, in Cambodia. We established ourselves in 2020. During COVID, Palapun Khmer. My wife is Khmer from Canada. Parents from Takao and Battambang. They live after the war in 79, and they arrived in Canada, and they grow there and they work hard. And we decide that it would be the best for our kids to grow here and try to give back. So we decide to. Since I was working in banks and entertainment and other sectors in digital and advertising in Canada and around the world a bit, I decided to establish ourselves. We love the culture, we love the people, and for me it was important that my kids have this kind of background from grandma and grandpa and everything. So that's why. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah. So how long have you been in Cambodia?
So we get married in 2015,
yes.
Khmer style, in Canada. A very nice outfit for people that was there, and in Canada. But we came after with the wedding trip few months after in Cambodia, 2015. So we discovered a bit of the hype about Cambodia and how it was evolving. If you remember 2015, 16. There was not so much towers around, even some streets where it's not paved and everything. So there was a lot of, booming, and you can feel the vibe and also see so much young people everywhere, give you a lot of energy. So we decided to, okay, maybe we can come back. So every year we come back a bit. In 2015, I resold my company in Canada. We have some ventures, some fails, some have a great success. And when I sell my shares, I decide to continue my journey in banking. So in 2018, I joined one of the main bank here. So I worked for 1.5 years in the bank as VP Communication Marketing here, and tried to see if Cambodia would fit our family. And after that, we get our kids. So I already have a daughter at the time, and my wife just joined. So really established 2020, let's say, with the kids and family, but me, myself, maybe 2018. End of 2018. So it's 5-6 years now.
Oh, that's great actually. So you got Prapun Khmer.
Yeah. but like I always said that if she was Vietnamese, maybe I'll be in Vietnam. But she's yeah, we fell in love in 2011, end of 2011, 2012. So there was this idea of she's a clinician nurse. She's amazing. She's the best ever existed. So I'm very lucky and privileged to have my wife. But she's also very caring. So as a clinician nurse, she's very about the health of people, but also mentally, physically, and everything. And Cambodia for her was maybe an opportunity to give back a bit. And also in Canada, the world is so stressed. It's a bizarre country right now. It's a bit shitty.
I can see it in you.
Yeah. So it's not so great. But that's what happened when the population get old. So and when I met my wife, I love this Khmer family. You have some people here in the studio, but there's the family driven thing that you have in Cambodia is very special. In Canada, we don't take care of our elders like you do. There's no ama, akong, whatever those peoples are very close to you, and I'm very impressed with the Khmer tradition. So for us, it makes sense. So I'll fall in love with my wife in regard to this as well. She's beautiful, of course, honey. But it's more than that. It's really about everything, the culture around, the caring approach. So for me, yeah. So there was this Asian pearl of Asia kind of thing. So and I think she understands a bit my craziness and a bit of what we try to achieve. And we're kind of a power couple in our own, and never fight, and we have this kind of best energy. So I really believe that baby mix are the best. So my kids are pretty awesome. A bit too much, bother, a bit too much, protected, but in a way. But yeah, so I met my wife, and for us that was exactly the thing. She said, "Hey, can we try to build something somewhere else?" We still have assets in Canada. We're still doing a lot of things in Canada, but we fell in love with the energy. There's something here that you have in Cambodia that it's very difficult to explain from a foreigner perspective. You should be very proud about. There's also bad stuff, but if you look at the history of the country itself, like if you're 25 years old and you're in the world, you should be in Cambodia, not Montreal, to build your family and build your stuff, I believe. There's so much more energy, so much more possibilities, openness as well. Not fake openness, but real openness, and kind people, and very let people work as well. So you see that people needs to do something about their life. So I respect that. So that's why. So we fall in love, and we decide why not to try to build our life here. And we're privileged. So we make a bit of money before, so we have access to resources. We can send our kids to grade school, and shout out to CIS and Canadian International School and all those things. But there's a lot of facilities for us.
Yes.
But we always, we work hard. So nobody give us a check. Nobody give me a check in my life. So everything I own, from a boat to a car to whatever computer, it's mine, and I pay for it. So yeah, so it's kind of, it's meritocracy kind of thing. That's why I respect. And so long answer for my wife, but yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
So, in today's episode, we were talking about the Wonderpass. Yes, like the services.
Yes.
Like all kind of services. So first, I would like you to introduce Wonderpass to the audience.
So in 2020, we giving to the Ministry of Health a lot of things. There was COVID, right? So in 2021, I think actually it hits more Cambodia. So if you look at the world in 2020, everyone was under COVID.
Yeah.
But Cambodia was kind of delayed in terms of the impact because you managed it well. Well done. Seriously, well done. I think government here do a great job. And we always try to see what kind of transaction or what kind of thing we can really serve the people. And I was always amazed about all those banking app that we have here in Cambodia, the easiness of doing QR payments and everything. There's kind of a good thing about it. But there was no kind of a marketplace regarding activities, events, or how I can consume Khmer content. So there's a lot of news, a lot of, instant news kind of thing, fresh news kind of thing, but there's no, I want to buy temple tickets and I still need to do the line. I still need to go 6 a.m. I still need to present my face. I still need to bring my passport. I still need to talk to someone. Someone is closed. Sometimes it's raining. Doesn't make any sense. So we start with Angkor Pass. So the first name was Angkor Pass. And the other objective that we have at the time is to build a software capacity development team and be able to kind of gather talents around. My first employee still here is Tabat, which is funny. So the first guy I hired is him. But we have a lot of, we create that synergy of saying, hey, can we do a product? Can we try to do something? And I really believe in the prototype mode. So we started doing Wonderpass, and for obvious reason, someone at Angkor decided to say, hey, maybe we should not call it Wonderpass because it's kind of an Angkor temple. But we say, hey, that's the Kingdom of Wonder. Let's try to do something more open, and let's try to create Wonderpass as a company to be able first to sell attraction tickets and connect all those payment solutions to a real marketplace that people can publish, promote, and sell their tickets as well to kind of get engagement. Because still today, if you're a tourist and you arrive in the hotel, it's still a bit messy, your user experience to say, hey, I'm just new in town. I have $500 to spend today, which is for foreigners sometime in Hong Kong, nothing. So what I do in Cambodia now? Can I go see a studio, or do I go to a park, or do I go to Tul Seng, or so at the end of the day, how you can connect all those things. So Wonderpass, the idea was to create that kind of marketplace at the beginning.
Yes. Before, if you want to buy like ticket, we have to go to the like local store.
Of course.
Ticket counter.
Kind of wing money kind of thing. You go to the counter, you pay. But the real goal of Wonderpass was to create this cash flow, because so people don't understand, it's a bit technical, but if you're a promoter on an event and you can sell your ticket before, that means that you have your cash before. If you have your cash before, you can pay your artist, you can pay your sound, you can pay your... So you don't need to wait until the day of the event to see, am I going to die or am I going to survive? If it's rain, I'm dead. There's no, So if you can pre-sell tickets, it's obvious that you can have a bit of cash flow. So if you promote EDM concert and you do 2 concerts a year because of the cash flow, maybe you should do 8 concerts now, because you can do like 8 concerts of 5,000 people and not doing 1 concert of 10,000 people, because you need the cash to just run around and just make sure you book your artist, you book your place, you book your venue, you sell your tickets and repeat. So this idea was there at the beginning for Wonderpass, to create this kind of ecosystem of transaction as well, having people willing to engage. And in 2021, 2022, I remember fighting, and Andrew from Miami will be not happy, but we fight about the fact that people will pay $7 to see Vanda. And I remember vividly in the meetings, people said, nobody will pay $7 to see Vanda. And if you look at today, we sell tickets at $100 or whatever it is, or $30 or $25, but that was this expectation. Nobody will pay for tickets. But that's kind of a catch-22 in terms of marketing, because if nobody pay, you don't know the real value, and you cannot like create real money.
Yes.
So you always depend on brands who control a bit more the events for their own perspective. So you don't create a real adoption in the market for artists. And that's why we try to democratize the most as we can. We're still a bit late in their agenda, but I think Wonderpass is now credible. And also as a unicorn, because, a lot of startup in Cambodia raise money, fail. And in Cambodia, failure is something that nobody talks about, really. Like, everyone goes away, like you open the lights and all the mice, go away.
Yeah.
But it's important. Us, Wonderpass, we struggling sometimes, we fight, but it's 5 years running that we're still there, offering a service, paying our suppliers, paying our people, growing, going down, up, going down. But that's what startups do. And that's why I'm so proud about Wonderpass, because we're the only one who started without big money from families or Aknya kind of thing. And we built from scratch with Khmer. It's 100% Khmer. Everything you see from the development team, except me, it's like everything is Khmer, which is I'm very proud of. So when you look at the core system, the technical, even when you choose some seats for cinemas or seats for buses or whatever, like all this Wonderpass ideas, and we have a little brother called Cambodia who sells bus ticketing. But when you look at all those things, the core team, it's all Khmer. So I think it's, if you compare to Thailand, a way bigger market. If you compare to Vietnam or US or Canada, if you look at our tech, a lot of things that we do that those guys not even do a thing or dream about. So we can be really proud about it. But the goal of Wonderpass was always to connect with the most promoters, everything, and try to elevate a bit of the category. Now our challenge is really to go in media and make sure we do what we do now, but getting access to a small star or one starting. So my dream for me is, if one day a girl from Kampong Cham is a good singer and play instrument and she's good and she got like 2,000-3,000 followers in a little village, I don't want to say Cambodia is a little village. It's a nice city, but what I mean is, if we can give her access to an audience and she can sell her own tickets and she can promote herself, she can go to the stage next door or the studio here talking to you and say, hey, that's why I'm good, that's why I believe in myself, whatever. That's great. That was not possible 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. So for Live, which is the media platform, which is the ticketing platform, if Wonderpass can help those talents to shine, we might gonna find a new Vanda, we might gonna find a new Jidevit, we might gonna find a new Sima Cartel, whatever it is, but we can. So I think for them, it's great. And for also content producers or people working around the brand, if we can attract those big talents from G-Dragon to 2NE, whatever it is, if you want to attract Bruno Mars here or Billie Eilish one day, you need to create this. That's why we need people to support Wonderpass a bit. We're not here for the money. Like me and my wife, we don't make money at that shit. Like it's not the money. It's we try to create the ecosystem. And I will say for all entrepreneurs or people working in this industry, money is a consequence. It's not an objective. You will make money one day. But if you do that for that reason, you will die along the way. Yes. It's really about why you do things. And if you fall in love with the people a bit and you try to create a bit of action, and you know, to be honest, if you wake up in the morning, then why the hell you wake up? Yeah. Then why you go work to that place? Why attach you to this? And that's why we need to give a bit more love to our staff and our people. But you know, it's tough. Like people complain for no reason. People just want to have now, but they don't realize all the work behind. So to be able in Cambodia to sell 20,000 tickets in 10 minutes without any failure, except some banks sometimes that they're even less reliable than us on our system, and having your tickets on a QR and show up in 2 minutes and go inside, man, 5 years ago, you can die under the rain or under the heat or whatever it is just to get the football game ticket. So I think that's why I think Wonderpass can create this. And that's why we create this kind of transaction model, because we believe that there's so much data that we can capture and help the young people as well to discover. And Dara, our CEO as well, is like, it's all about how we can attract the world and how we can push the world, the Cambodian to the world as well. If we can create that kind of mix, that would be the best. So for sure, I would love to go. I go to America soon and I will meet some people from Live Nation and other big companies. My goal is to say what we need to do from now to 1 year to bring Bruno Mars or big stars or whatever the group, or Taylor Swift one day, if we can just having another date except Bangkok, and try to do something, that would be awesome. That's the goal. But for this, you need to build the ecosystem. So I think Wonderpass is, if you look at other startups around, what we do is like we're the, you know, always surprising.
Yes, always surprising. I can see that. Okay, Fred, so we will ask you about yourself again.
Okay.
Like what inspired you to do, like, to start all of this today?
When we arrive, I will simplify. When we arrive in Cambodia, the lack of activities or connectivity with the Khmer culture was evident. So there was no real marketplace. So the idea was really to, okay, there's an opportunity there to create this Live Nation kind of thing, or Ticketmaster for here, but also having a real legacy. So personally, when we do the first events with Linda, my wife, and we see that we have opportunity to create memories and really connect the Khmer young people as well to their artists and kind of shine. That was a good opportunity. So that's kind of inspired me as well. And I remember there was a song from Venda called Time to Rise that was kind of symbolized for me a new golden era. And shout out to Sogvisal, some guys here work hard to maintain the culture. Yeah. I feel that it's possible to have a golden era, but you need the tech guys working with the market guys, working with the artist guy, working with the management guys and the brands and everything to make it happen. But yeah, so it inspired me. And also I think the average age in Cambodia is like 27. So it's like there's so much youth and energy. But I don't feel that they well serve from banking to cars to moto, whatever it is. They take it for granted a bit. So I think that's a core audience, 18 to 35 years old, that Wonderpass as a marketing output as well, service agency, and also the ticketing and whatever we do in payment and solutions make a lot of sense. So that was the primary idea. that's what inspired me. From my digital marketing experience before, I see a big opportunity. The market is small, but the fact that you can connect with the world and you can connect the Khmer artists as well, from theater, from act, from comedy to singers or groups, bands to the world makes sense as well. That's probably what inspired me.
I can see that. So even now, Wonderpass has a very success in business. And may I know what mistake that taught you like valuable?
I'm a real entrepreneur. So entrepreneurship is a sickness because you're crazy. Like, to do what I do, you need to be crazy. To risk your own money in a new country that you don't know, for a product that you don't know, for a market audience that you don't control, with a COVID on top, you need to be a bit crazy. So the mistake is not following more your intuition. And I will say, on the real truth, is you need to go see talent. So you need to hiring good talent, but you need to fire as well bad talent. So I will say, for a lot of entrepreneurs, they do the mistake of falling in love with their product, falling in love with the team, but they need also to make bad decisions sometimes, saying that, okay, if you're not willing to do the push, I cannot risk my assets for you to succeed as well. Yes. So I would say the first mistake is, it's not hiring the problem, it's not firing. And I would say that's a big mistake. And as a daily kind of thing, for me, when you say Wonderpass is successful, financially, not yet. What I mean by that is, we can define success.
Yes.
In terms of adoption, in terms of proof of concept, in terms of data, in terms of downloads, in terms of tickets sold, it's a huge success. But we still try to find our market fit. We are okay. We're doing fine. There's worse than us. But it's really more about my definition of success would be one day that from Wonderpass and live and the product that we have is we can discover talent in Cambodia.
Yes.
And from a countryside to a main stage at Moradok Stadium, if we do that, that will be a success. That means that we can really identify talent and grow them and help them shine. And I think now with interactive media and digital, you're always at one song of becoming the new thing. So I think Wonderpass can play a role in that thing. So for me, it's like now the mistake that we need to avoid the most is just taking too much time to talk to the world, explaining why we do things. And I think Cambodia needs to embrace a bit more Wonderpass for what we're doing, because we're helping the whole circle of entertainment and people, make them happy and making sure people stay in line and do what they have to do, which is, I think, very important in this, society like Cambodia. So that being said, biggest mistake is not listening to yourself a bit more and not taking action when action is due. Because you're not in New York, you're not in Toronto, Madrid, or Paris, so you cannot just wait until the money runs out. So that's the big thing.
I can see that. So you got like many work to do. Yeah. So have you ever feel like stressed out or burn out sometime?
Always. I'm born like this. but
so how you control it?
I don't control. I gain weight. I drink too much. I smoke cigars. But the thing is, it looks very bizarre to say, but I will say one thing. For me, I'm 47. I'm a man. I'm a father. I'm a husband. My job is not to be happy.
I can see.
I know it's weird, but my job is not to be happy. My job is to make sure my wife, my kids, my people, my staff, the people I love are happy. It's a different thing, man. So what he means by that is, my job is to be stressed out. My wife, when she go back to school, or she go with the kids, or she do whatever she wants, she need to have a smile on her face. That's my freaking job. And so I think for a man perspective, for me, I own my own shorts. What I mean by that is I'm very camp in that role. Like, for sure I'm stressed out, for sure. But that's an entrepreneurial life. Yeah. Some people love life like this. Sadly, I love like this. So you're gonna have up and downs. I travel 60 countries in my life. I'm lucky. So, but I work for it. But you can be grateful, but at the same time, you need to kind of celebrate the small wins. So my only advice is celebrate the journey as well, not just the destination. It's not the end results. But if you sleep at night and you say, I do my best today, you should be okay. So now I need to take care more of my health and everything, and that's okay. But for sure I'm stressed out. Like everything is complicated. And when you deal with humans, and sometimes young Cambodians as well, it's another thing. But to be honest, it's like, you should be stressed out a bit. It's why you do it that it should be your main concern. If you're stressed out working to Lucky Burger, maybe no.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But if you're stressed out because you want to start your own shop and you're so good at doing eye makeups and you believe in that shit, that's okay. And please, if you're 20 years old and you listen to this, do your own thing. Like, you're so young. At 26 years old, don't know what to do in your life. It's kind of normal. Sorry for the parents, but like, it's normal at 25 to don't know what to do. It's normal. I have no clue what I'm doing at 25. So even now, even today sometimes. So my point is, you should not be worried about this. It's like, if you're stressed, you're stressed, but you need to know why. And if the why is not enough to be stressed, just do something else. There's so much possibilities. You know, I have a good story. I have one friend here I know is, I worked with him when I was at the bank, and he's 27, and he just reached out to a guy, you know, in London, like on LinkedIn. And he's a young Cambodian with a diploma from Rural University of Law Economics. And he reached out and said, hey, I'm a freelancer. I would love to work for you. I got 2 months off. I have enough money for my 2 months, but I would love to help you. Can I hire? And the guy answered back. And now he's working for him, freelance from Cambodia, his home. He make, for Cambodian standard, a lot of money. And he's working with his fucking icon. It's great. It's like, it's for him, it's like, it's a dream come true just for one email. So when you think about it, it's great. So I think Cambodians need to realize that the world is open and that's yours to conquer and go. And people should take advantage of guys like us to learn and just see, you know, it makes sense. So yeah, for sure we're stressed out, but you need to know why. If you know why, it's okay. If it's your wife's another thing, it's your husband's another thing.
You give like a very, very good advice to our audience and to me as well.
Okay, good. Yeah. You love your wife? It's okay? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so final question. I would like to ask you, are there any upcoming event or project that you would like to share to our audience?
So Wonderpass now, the main objective, the vision for 2025 that we're instrumenting right now is live will become a media for entertainment. So for us, we need to become the news about entertainment inside the country. We need to be the relay between what is happening and the ticketing part. The ticketing is just the transaction part. So that Wonderpass will bring live to life. In a real way. So having daily shows, having weekly episode, having recap, report, we will invest massively in that thing. So we can create more content for people, but also following more the Khmer way of doing things. As you're aware, maybe like Facebook Messenger for Khmer is like a big thing in terms of the voice. I think 40% of all traffic in the world for Facebook Messenger is from Khmer people. If you got 1 billion users and you got 12 million Cambodians, it doesn't make sense. So you love to talk, you love to exchange, you don't want to write, you love to talk, you love to give shit to people or just talk. That's a Cambodian thing, but in Quebec as well, but that's a Cambodian thing. But the thing is, we want to make sure we capture this, so that's for life. For Wonderpass, now we signed an agreement with National Bank of Cambodia, doing all the mini services inside their app, so it allows us to really connect with the Bakong people who has a Bakong account, which is everyone, but now they can activate their Bakong app, but also that's for locals. And for tourists, we work closely with Ministry of Tourism before, but also with NBC to get also the mini app. So if you are a tourist coming in Cambodia now, you can top up the Bakong tourist app and act like a local. So you can be a bong kind of thing and just go around, pay QR, and having the real experience of being Cambodian a bit. So you can leave your wallet and you're safe. You can leave your money and you're safe and just enjoy. Yes. You can also make sure your kids have enough to go around, or you can do whatever, but you can order food, you can. So, and Wonderpass will deploy now all mini services. So we have transportation, we'll have dining, so you can book restaurant, you will have tickets, cinema tickets, ferry if you want to go to the islands, those kind of things. So we want to be like the super app for this. For the technical guys who are going to listen to this, a lot of guys will say, "Oh, you say super app, so it's so dangerous." But the thing is, for sure, one day we'll go to food delivery. For sure, one day we will have maybe even like rides or like kind of a Grab kind of thing. Because for us, we really believe that at the end of the day, it's all about getting the best services possible for the best price possible. And if you look at restaurants or venues or hotels, there's so much to do that Wonderpass can solve because we own 100% of our code. So what happened is Wonderpass is a tech company, so we don't rely on licenses signed from France or Portugal. Like, I don't want to name competitors, but we don't rely on a software guy in Ukraine. So what I mean by that is we own our own shit. So we connect with all the banks, we connect with all QR payments. I think NBC, National Bank Cambodia, recognize that as well. So we have this potential for us to grow as many services. So example, if you go on Wingbank, you will have like book your bus, book your ferry, book your thing directly on your Wingbank. But you can also book cinema tickets on your Wingbank. If you go to Bakong app, you will be able as a tourist to pay and do everything you want to do around as well. So that's why Wonderpass can be so powerful if it's aligned in the right way, if we execute well. But I think that would be the next project. The most exciting for us is everything regarding the media part, because that's fun to do. It's all about, the media capture, having like, I'm old, but the people who have my age remember MTV in the US or all those, black entertainment, all those music videos, channels on TV, which is very big in the 90s and 2000 in America and Europe. But if you got a live stream with live content from live, everywhere there's a concert, a theater show, or opera, or aspara, or whatever, it would be great. Because right now there's a gap. There's nothing in the market to do this. So I think that's why I'm very excited. And one day a label, that would be nice for us to work with labels around and develop our own thing, bringing a bit of talent from outside as well. So there's so much capacity for us to own our own IP on projects, but also work with labels around. That's what we do now. So we are more a facilitator, but I would love us to become a creator as well. Because we have the facility, we have a bar here, we have a studio, we have a 250 place full stage with sound system, everything. So we can start, we can test. So I would encourage all artists or people I know to say, hey, you should sit down with Wonderpass because we can manage your CRM, we can help you connect with your fans, we can sell merch. You see, even today, it's difficult to buy T-shirts.
Yes.
From artists you like. I remember at my age, when I was your age, like, if you go to a concert, you need to have the T-shirt of the concert.
Yes.
You have no choice. Like, you need to hang out on your wall, you need to show your friends, whatever it is. It's still complicated today to do. So us, with the payment system and everything we do, it should be easy. So that's why we're going to hire more talent. We have more people talking, just expressing what they think we should be. And after that, it's just execution. So that's what is going for Wonderpass.
I can see that. Okay, so in the end, I would like to thank you, Mr. Fred.
My pleasure.
For joining our podcast.
My pleasure. You can keep your job. You're okay. Everything is good. Everything is good. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Having a great time, and we hope you will have like a very success in another business.
Of course, we're gonna work hard. No choice. It is for you too behind the camera. Okay.
Okay, អ្នកនរគ្នាចឹងពីខ្ញុំបាទសើមកហើយ Mr. Fred អរគុណអ្នកនរគ្នាយើងនឹងជួបគ្នានៅវីដេអូក្រោយ Bye bye.